Hello and welcome to episode 46. We're going to have a look today at another one of the Carpenters tracks. The breakdowns of how their harmonies work seem to be quite popular, so I've done another one, but this time on a slightly less well-known song. It's a song called This Masquerade. Now, with this particular song, it's a fairly traditional style of arrangement, and there's lots of oohs and ahs. But the interesting thing about them is how this particular song has got them compiled together. 3 or 4 part harmony from Karen Carpenter. And even for her, with her quite low voice, this is a surprisingly low song in the range. There's some notes in the harmonies that are right down near the bottom. The song's quite hard to sing for male and female because it just goes down. There is also, for those people who are interested in how harmonies work, some rather interesting chord makeups. So when you listen to the notes in the chord that Karen's singing, which is usually 3 or 4 parts in this particular one, the chord needs the backing to make sense. So some of what she sings, if you're interested in harmony, is actually quite odd. And in one of the lines, there's suddenly a minor pops up in the bottom, which changes the flavour of the whole chord. When you look at the sheet music for this, some of it looks a little bit confusing, and it doesn't make much sense until you get the piano, the bass, and then the voices in. And in one particular section, it has the male and female harmonies exactly the same. They just split an octave apart, and they blend together quite nicely. What I've done is break the song down, and we're only going to look at the middle chunk, the bit where it starts to do the interesting things. So what I'll do first is play you the middle chunk of this song so you can hear what it sounds like with Ellie's scratch vocal at the end. This has obviously got to come out, but that was the idea for what we were doing. So Ellie's vocal is in there. There's also a little piano solo, a little flute solo that link the sections together before the vocal pops back in. So this is that middle chunk of the song in its finished state with Ellie's scratch vocal that will get deleted.
To talk it over, but the words got in the way. We're lost inside this lonely game we play. Thoughts of leaving disappear each time I see your eyes.
So now we're going to look at the middle section and break down Ellie's parts. And here are the lines that I sung. And now the male and female parts on top of each other. There we go. That's the breakdown of this Masquerade, another one of the Carpenters songs. And you'll note really that this is actually a fairly simple one compared to some of the other ones. We have two versions of each line, one's panned left, one's panned right, and pretty much that's all that happens. So we've either got 3 or 4 part harmonies, and then we've got the male and the female vocals in some sections just stacked together to make a thicker sort of chord. It seems to work quite nicely. I rather like this song. Anyway, see you on the next one. Look after yourselves and take care.